Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello creepy friends, welcome to Dixie Bobs and welcome to Thunderbirds, our go. What episode are we on? I don't even know. Yes, I have a horrible cold. It's actually eased up this morning, so I'm quite grateful for that. Slightly raspy throat. I don't think I ever fully kicked the cold from the last one I had. Remember when I got ill and I couldn't talk and I got hives and whatnot? Yeah, you guys remember that. You don't need to hear about that. So I'm sorry for the slightly nasally voice. It's a push doing it today. I was just going to sit there and go, no, not today. But I actually do feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was definitely the worst day of it, like one side of the nose blocked. All the, horror that you just don't want to hear about. It's nearly Christmas. I've got a Christmas jumper on. Woo! So, Saturday's episode was called Impact, and to be honest, I initially started reading reviews of this prior to having seen it myself, and people were really complimenting, oh, this is the best episode all series, this is one of the best episodes I've seen, and then a couple of people were saying, I'm getting frustrated, this isn't really what I signed up to watch, I'm not happy with this. Not in the same way that I completely seemed to take over Twitter Saturday night with Strictly Come Dancing. We don't know what happened there. I made one comment, right? One comment and my Twitter blew up. I've had like 1,000 something likes on one tweet. It's madness. I've never had that many. Thank you for like doing that. That was kind of crazy. I made one comment and I stand by every word of that comment. We're forming our opinions there, as we always do on this channel. So a comet is headed for Earth because Langstorm Frischler has decided to mine it for frozen water. What episode was Langstorm Fisher in? Because I don't think I'm saying his name all wrong. I don't remember. I know he was in last series. I don't remember what he was in it for, but just comment and tell me because my brain is mush, okay? We're going to blame it on the cold, but my brain is mush. It turns out that the comet is actually headed, it shouldn't be, but due to him sticking a rocket on it and controlling it remotely, he now has set it on a collision course for Earth. Literally, it's going to go smack into the Earth. Nobody wants that. We kind of like the Earth, even in futuristic CGI Thunderbird world. Up in the air, right then, in the air, in the sky, is already Alan. And Virgil's got his face. This is a first. Has Virgil ever gone into space before, like in the original series? I don't remember him going in. I really don't. Do tell me if he has. As I say, brain, mush, cold, we're blaming it. I don't think he's ever gone in this series, but I'm sure he didn't go in the original either. I know Scott did. They've both gone up to space. They're rolling their eyes every time Fischler talks, which we're kind of agreeing with. I am anyway. So Virgil's big idea is to have Thunderbird 3 drill a hole in the middle of this comet and stick a bomb in it. And Alan isn't happy that he's put bombs on the rocket, but the whole rocket's a bomb, according to Virgil. What do you think? I guess so, with the big blasters and whatnot. So just as they try and hook onto it, Fischler decides he's going to launch his thrusters. They nearly kill us, and a stupid idea, because now it's headed for Global 1, which is the station that, if you remember the start of the series, the lovely Ridley O'Banner is looking after this station. Ridley has to clear the station and get everybody off. However, there's not enough places on board the escape pods, supposedly, and she is left aboard Global 1, so now she's depending on John to rescue her. But she won't leave Global 1 until John has pulled it clear of the comet. I suppose it's kind of the captain going down with the ship mantra you've got there, and as she said, if it was Thunderbird 5, John would do the same. It's a point that was raised. Is it quite careless of John? Because when he finds out she needs help, he immediately flies Thunderbird 5, which is something we've rarely seen, and flies to save her. Is it a bit careless of him to do that, that he's that ready to kind of almost put Thunderbird 5 in danger for a human, which is what International Rescue is about, so I guess that's kind of a dead debate, isn't it? The only way they can pull Global 1 clear is to combine the jets of TB5 and Global 1, so she has to like zero gravity pull herself along these monkey bars to go and get to the manual control. She nearly gets killed, she like nearly falls across zero gravity, but eventually reaches it. Just as John notices Thunderbird 3 attached to the back of this comet. At this point, Alan has managed to get on, and he's drilling and he's drilling and he's drilling and he's drilling a hole. Just as Ridley's got to the booster, she's trying to get back, but then, as Virgil called it, the fairy cake comet is now throwing bits of itself everywhere. It's hitting at Global 1, she gets stuck, John has to rescue her, then they go back, race back to Thunderbird 5, but then they get separated, then John, like, flips and triple twists and rolls out, so then she saves him. Then just as Thunderbird 3 has mounted the bomb, Thunderbird 3 gets stuck, its grapples won't release at first. They're free, and then as soon as they're free, John's clear, Ridley's clear, Global One is clear, boom, up goes the comet. Fischler is gone because KO has gone and put something into their electro systems and killed everything. So all's well that ends well. Nobody died. Everyone was rescued. Big crisis averted. Thank you, Thunderbirds. So as I say, there's been quite a division between people finding this episode amazing, which I did enjoy, but there's a slight element of, do I feel like they seem to be clearing up everybody else's messes in a way? It seems like a lot of this series has been dedicated more so to kind of avoiding catastrophe, as opposed to catastrophe happening and a rescue happening in the middle of catastrophe, if that makes sense. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes they'll pre-find things before they've happened, which I guess, again, you can't moan for. It's realistically the reality of Thunderbird 5 as a craft. It would be able to see the world and see all these things, which wasn't really thought about back in the day as such. O'Bannon and John. When did that happen? Did you guys see that one? I guess we did. They were kind of having a little bit of a flirt on board that pirate ship at the start of the series. More importantly, John rescued someone again. We love it when John does something. John doesn't have to do it much of anything, does he? He just has to turn up, stand there, say stuff, and we go, we love John! That's the thing that I've hit on so much since doing this. They've made John so bloody likeable, it's ridiculous. We all love John. Everybody loves John. Everybody loves Raymond. Everybody loves John Tracy. For the 90s kids out there, there's a lot of fun, sarcastic, kind of dry moments. It feels like there's been a lot of dry humour in this episode as well, that's always mainly aimed at the adults. The kids are enjoying the rescue and all the space missions and all that kind of stuff, but then there's these little moments like Virgil and Alan rolling their eyes at Fischler, and when Virgil's going into space he sits in the chair and goes, oh, I get a tunnel and you get a comfy chair. Scott getting quite angry with Fischler and saying, oh, let me have him. Just, it was like Scrappy-Doo, let me have him, let me have him, let me. It was like one of those moments, if you remember Scrappy-Doo, again, for the 90s kids out there. Scott's line, actually, blow up Fischler's rocket, especially the rockets. Badass Scott Tracy right there. There's a lovely little suite that backs onto my first point, conversation between John and Ridley, where he's sort of saying, you know, I can't save you, you know, and he's really kind of self-doubting, and she goes, I'm people, save me, and you can just see these little hearts glowing in her eyes, right? Be my hero, John Tracy. You could just totally see that, right? Am I not the only one who sees that? It is a nice little moment, and it's definitely a little pep talk for John, because I suppose he is a little bit short on confidence, I suppose, going into rescues, because he's the space station monitor, not a rescuer. I guess he's been trained to do all this stuff as well, but I guess it's cool when, you know, we have that little moment. Everyone else has got quite a lot of confidence in these types of things, but he obviously hasn't. And again, that's another dimension of the character of John Tracy that has been so explored since the beginning of this series. I'm not sure in this episode if Virgil Tracy is being just very laid back, completely uptight, or very stingy in his attitude. He sort of seems almost like he doesn't want to be there. Not in a bad way, like I'm used to sort of Virgil being the tall, cool, calm, collected teddy bear in a kind of way. And he just kind of, his personality seems completely different in this episode. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I was sort of thinking, yeah, not quite the Virgil Tracy I know in this series. I still love his personality. Like, they've absolutely given personality to every character in the series, highlighting John as always, where they didn't in the original, and you've got to praise him for that. I know some people keep saying there's too much bantering in, too much, you know, carry on camping kind of stuff going on, but that is reality. That is the world today. It wouldn't be as straight-laced as it seemed in the laces, sorry, no pun intended, laced as it was back in the 60s. People these days, even police probably, when they're trying to catch a criminal, have like little jokes amongst each other. It's definitely the way it would be. Good explosion at the end. It was a real explosion. It was not a CGI explosion. It was a proper flame ball kaboom that was done on a set. It looked fabulous and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a great episode. I was hooked on it. I watched it actually this morning when I woke up. Completely hooked on it. Edge of my seat action. Really, really exciting to watch. And I did enjoy it. I'm not one of the more negative thinkers towards this episode. I definitely enjoyed it. And I love the fact that they're using so many characters. Gordon and Grandma and Penny. I guess Gordon and Penny could be dating in this one. Let's play with that. Because we've definitely got a shot coming up that I've seen of Gordon hugging Penelope. So, let's run with that. I enjoyed it. Did you? Do leave me a comment and tell me. Thank you everyone for being here and watching another episode of Thunderbirds I'll Go. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do. If you'd like to follow Twitter and watch me blow up Strictly Come Dancing next week. Let's just do it again. Please do. If not, like, comment, share, subscribe. I repeated subscribe. Do whatever you want. Don't get mean on the channel. And I will see everyone again for next week's episode. Next week's will probably be the last one I get to do for a week or so. The 24th of December one is definitely going to be delayed due to it being Christmas Eve and, you know, all that jazz, unless there's a certain element of free time I get in that day, which I just can't see happening. I just can't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen. It may. If it happens, great, but Christmas Eve is Christmas Eve, you know, it's family time, we're all going to sit down and enjoy it, but if it doesn't happen, you will be getting the Christmas episode from the original series. So it's all in all quite a busy Christmas and a busy couple of weeks and in my head. So I will see everyone again. Goodbye everyone. I'm going to go and rest my head before everything happens in the next 2 weeks.